Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today I'm going to be working with the Rose of Jericho to attract and bring more money into my life. I'm basically winging it, so you'll see me randomly bring in a lot more ingredients outside of what I already have here because I kept remembering throughout the whole thing, oh, let me go grab this, let me go grab that. Feel free to take a screenshot of everything that I've listed here. That way you don't have to keep running back and forth like I did. I'm using 5 coins from different parts of the world because I feel like that's more conducive to the spell work. The sand that I'm going to use has also been used in various different money spells and rituals that I've conducted, so it's already blessed and charged. I want to use a working candle today, so I'm going to choose a gold working candle for this. Rose of Jericho is also known as a resurrection plant because no matter how many times it dries up, as long as you always put it back into water, it will always come back to life. And that's why I'm using a gold candle, because it also symbolizes life. Now I'm going to light up my success incense that I bought in Thailand. Use any kind of good luck, success, money incense that you want. I'm just blessing the bowl, clearing it of any negative energies, delays, resistance, blockages, etc. While also blessing the bowl to, of course, house the spirit of the Rose of Jericho, help nourish it, bring it back to life, and of course to help bring me money, success, positivity, and all the good things. Now I'm calling on the spirit of the Rose of Jericho. I'm trying to wake it up. I'm asking for it to wake up, to work with me. I'm blessing it. I'm telling it that I'm going to nourish it, give it life. And obviously giving the commands or the listed desires that I would like for it to bring to me and manifest. Remember that it is an active spirit, and a lot of people like to say that the Rose of Jericho has a tiny elf fairy-like spirit that lives in it, and some people can actually see it in their homes. So I am talking to this spirit of my plant, of course, and I'm asking it to wake up, time to eat, time to bring me money, time to have fun. So I've sprinkled the bowl with Florida water to clean it because it was a little dusty. I'm going to start sprinkling all different sorts of waters onto the Rose of Jericho. Just keep in mind the alcohol-based ones you don't want to put too much of. Remember that a little bit of alcohol never hurts anybody. So alcohol is known as spirit. I'm using some cologne water directly on the Rose of Jericho because I want to feed its spirit. Of course, as I'm also doing this, I'm blessing, I'm cleansing, I'm putting my intentions into it. This is the Lucky Dawn Dinero cologne water, and of course this is to help bring you money, to help boost business, and also luck. I like to start off with Florida water just because it's also cleansing and very refreshing. So before I go in with all these other ones, it's just best to do. Agua de Ruda helps prevent poverty and helps keep away all financial issues. Of course, I have to put in a citron crystal because everybody knows those are good for abundance, wealth, and money. And here comes the 5 coins of different denominations from all over the world and from different countries. I'm going to just wave it over the smoke and the fire real quick to charge them up and to also bless them, of course. That's what I'm doing here. I'm going to pick up the citron, and I'm going to do the exact same thing where I'm blessing it, putting my intentions in, asking it to help bring me more money, more wealth, more abundance, and positive energies into my life. I'm throwing a sand dollar into the bowl because sand dollars represent money and are associated with currency and money flow because they're in water. So since we're using water for the spell, why not use a sand dollar as well? And on that note, I'm also going to grab the sand that I've used in previous money and wealth rituals and just sprinkle a little bit onto here. I figured we're using a lot of water, so why don't we have some earth here to help nourish the Rose of Jericho spirit. I'm bringing out an old money and road opener spell that I did multiple years ago. I'm taking the bay leaves out of it because, they're already charged and ready to go. And I'm blessing it again and putting it into the spell. Now I'm grabbing the keys that I used in this spell for road opening and money that I did like 2 years ago, and I'm repurposing it for this Rose of Jericho bowl. I'm of course blessing and charging it and empowering it And after that's done, I'm going to throw it into the bowl just like the other things. And you know what? While we're at it, let me go back into that old spell from 2 years ago and grab the magnet. I'm going to throw the magnet into the bowl and then grab all of the sigils that I use in all of my money spells for myself and my clients and also put them in the bowl. At this point, I'm feeling really good about the bowl. I feel it already has more than enough because all you really need are some coins and the Rose of Jericho. Now I'm taking out some play money that I intend to put into the bowl. The reason why I'm using play money instead of real money is because the real money that I have being used is on my money altar and I've ruined all of those bills. So I'm not going to do that again here, especially because I know that it's going to be submerged in water. Oop, I forgot to run it over the flame and the smoke and charge and bless it before I tuck all of the money into the bowl under all of the items. Remember, I don't really want the money to cover everything. I'd rather have everything on top of the money, like the magnet, the keys, all that stuff. Because what we're doing is trying to draw that money in. But if it's on top of everything, it won't flow. Is most conducive to this work. Now it's time for the copper bits and the pyrite. I'm going to sprinkle just a tad bit in here to improve the conductivity and amplify the energy of this spell. The pyrite is going in here because pyrite represents money, cash, wealth, abundance, and all that good stuff. So, of course, I got to put it in here, but I'm only putting a little bit of each because some metals kill plants. So you have to be very mindful of the stuff you're putting in here and change out the water at least twice a week, because not only does algae start growing, but the plant can also, for lack of better words, get nasty. So if the water's nasty, the plant will get nasty. And this is why I like to leave it outside where the sunlight can touch it, because I'm trying to prevent mold from growing, trying to prevent algae from growing. I'm trying to prevent the water from getting nasty, so killing bacteria and all those germs. Anyways, now I'm going to put some of the oils that I sell in store into the bowl. Of course, you only want to use a little bit of each because we just talked about how certain ingredients can kill the Rose of Jericho plant, or really any plant. And we're basically lacing it up in the water here, so I'm only doing a small drop of each. I'm using hot attraction oil, good luck oil, and fast cash oil, all of which I sell in store. The good luck oil sells out really fast, so I'm not sure if it'll still be available by the time this video comes out. But at the same time, I haven't had time to market it or post about it, so it'll probably still be up. I've been really busy the past 2 months, so I don't know about making this bowl spell, considering it might make me even busier. But here we are, pouring blessed water now into the bowl. I like to start off the water pouring portion of this spell with blessed or holy water, just because, you know, it brings that holy energy. It brings that pure light type of energy so that we don't have any negativity or interferences. Now I'm pouring in rose water. The reason why I'm using rose water is because the properties of roses is also what we want in this spell. We want attraction. We want protection. We want sweetness. That's how I want to receive my money. Now I'm pouring in this water that has been infused with the crystal for the past 5 years, just because I need to finally use this water. Then I'm using a water from a water bottle that I didn't finish, and I'm using cold water from my fridge because I just need to put in more water to dilute all of the other stuff that is in here, so that the Rose of Jericho has more water that it can feed from than it does oils, metals, whatever. Now I've taken out a fish hook, and I've decided to bring out this little bad guy for the spell, specifically to catch and bring me money. Now, the one thing I didn't do in video, which I should have done in video, is to hook all of the money onto the fish hook. I feel like that would be most effective, but I was about to leave my house, and once I'm back, I'm going to hook all of the cash onto the fish hook to represent me catching, finding, coming across lots of money. Okay, but also don't forget to write your name on a piece of paper, but feel free to also write your name on all of the cash, on the bay leaves, on the sigils, even on the sand dollar if you want, as long as your name is in the bowl. And don't forget, you can also write a petition as well if that's what you desire. You can put your business name in there, you can put your birthday, you can put your social media handles, whatever you want. If I could go back though, I would write my name on the play money and then stick the hook through all of them. And now that everything's done, a cool bonus that I'm going to add to this to see how it goes is putting a fourth pentacle of Jupiter under the bowl. So unless you know how to work with it, unless you know how to consecrate it, try not to use it because it can make things even messier. But because I've consecrated this and done this according to the traditional grimoires, I'm going to try this out and see where it goes. So just to add some finishing touches, I'm putting some gold foil from Thailand into the bowl, because what is a resurrection ritual without some gold? But also it would never hurt to put in some gold foil into a prosperity, wealth, and money ritual as well. Now that that's done, I'm going to slide the fourth pentacle of Jupiter under the entire bowl and set it down. Now it's totally done. It's complete. I just have to go set it outside in its home, which I'm not going to be showing. I recommend putting this on your money altar or putting it somewhere close to the front door, because that's where energy comes in, and so it can invite money into the home and just help amplify all sorts of money magic, money manifestation. You can do your money affirmations in front of it, but once this blooms, I'm most likely going to talk to the plant, talk to the spirit that's in the plant, because that's how you keep things alive. That's how you empower it, by talking to it. And that's how you also get the most effective and best results, because these spirits are alive. So give it life by feeding it, talking to it, and nourishing it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.